Hello students, now we are at fifth part of chapter 2. This is the last part of this chapter, structure of atom. Quantum numbers. Atomic orbitals can be specified by giving their corresponding energies and angular momentum, which are quantized. The quantized values can be expressed in terms of quantum numbers. It is the most important quantum number since it tells the principal energy level or shell to which the electron belongs. It is denoted by n and having values 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. The various principal energy shells are also designated with the letter K, L, M, N, O, P, etc. The principal quantum number gives the following information. It gives the average distance of the electron from the nucleus. It completely determines the energy of the electron. The maximum number of electrons present in any principal shell is given by 2n square. What is azimuthal quantum number? It is found that spectra of the elements contain not only the main lines, but there are many fine lines also. This number helps to explain the few fine lines and it gives the following informations. Number 1, the number of subshells present in the main shell, the angular momentum of the electron present in any subshell, the relative energies of various subshells, the shapes of the various subshells present within the same principal shell. This quantum number is denoted by the letter L, and L is equal to 0 to n minus 1. And it gives notation for subshells as P, D, F, G, H. Next, magnetic orbital quantum number. It has symbol M. The magnetic orbital quantum number determines the number of preferred orientation of the electrons present in a subshell. Since each orientation corresponds to an orbital, therefore the magnetic orbital number determines the number of orbitals present in any subshell, and M having value minus L to 0 to plus L. Thus for energy level L, M has 2L plus 1 values. Spin quantum number. It is denoted by S or Ms. This quantum number helps to explain the magnetic properties of the substances. A spinning electron behaves like a micromagnet with a definite magnetic moment. Shapes of S orbitals. S orbital is present in the S subshell. For the subshell L is equal to 0, ML is equal to also 0. S orbital with only one orientation has a spherical shape with uniform electron density. The probability of one S electron is found to be maximum near the nucleus and decreases with the increase in the distance from the nucleus. The spherical empty shell for 2s electron is called nodal surface. On the screen you can see 1s and 2s. In 2s there is a nodal plane. Shape of p orbital. P orbitals are present in p subshell. There are three possible orientations. Thus, there are three orbitals in p subshell which are designated as px, py, pz orbitals, depending upon the axis along which they are directed. The general shape of p orbital is dumbbell, consisting of two portions known as lobes. And from the dumbbell pictures, it is quite obvious that unlike s orbitals, p orbital is directional in nature and hence it influences the shapes of the molecules in the formation of which it participates. Shapes of d orbitals. D orbitals are present in d subshell, for which L is equal to 2 and M is having value -2, -1, 0, +1, +2. These 5 orientations are designated as dz, y, dyz, dzx, dx square, y square and dz square. They have same energy, that is they are called degenerate orbitals. Now starting with the principles for filling up of electrons in various orbitals. Above principle. The principle states that in the ground state of the atoms, the orbitals are filled in order of their increasing energies. The order in which the energies of orbital increases and hence the order in which the orbitals are filled is as follows. 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d and so on. And the filling up for this is shown by a zigzag path on the screen. Pauli exclusion principle. According to this principle, no two electrons in an atom can have same set of 4 quantum numbers. Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. It states that pairing of electrons in the orbitals belonging to the same subshell, that is p, d, f, does not take place until each orbital belonging to that subshell has got one electron. Now start with some examples. Electronic configuration of atoms. The distribution of electrons in two orbitals is called electronic configuration. So orbital diagrams for s, p and d is shown on the screen. For example, electronic configuration of hydrogen, it is 1s1 because it has one electron. Now causes of stability of completely filled and half filled subshells. On the screen, it is showing the exchange of electrons. The completely filled and half filled subshells are stable due to following reasons. Here, the electron 4 exchange by electron 1, same 2 can exchange by 3, 3 can exchange by 2, 1 can exchange by 4. So these are the various possibility of exchange. Symmetrical distribution of electrons. The completely filled or half filled subshells have symmetrical distribution. So they are stable. The stabilizing effect arises whenever 2 or more electrons with same spin are present in the degenerate orbitals of a shell. And the energy released due to their exchange is called exchange energy. As a result, the exchange energy is maximum and so is the stability. In the table, there are two most important examples. One is chromium. Chromium is having inert shell configuration, then 3d6, 4s, 1. In this last shell, that is S subshell, it is half filled, so it is stable. Other is copper. In case of copper, it is 3d10, 4s, 1. That in case of chromium, it was 3d5, 4s, 1. And in case of copper, it is 3d10, 4s, 1. D10 means it is fully filled. S1 means it is half filled. So thank you so much.